Trae Young, he's become one of the biggest names in college basketball this season because of his unlimited range and great playmaking ability. And some have even gone as far as to compare him to Steph Curry. In today's video, we'll talk about Trae Young and whether or not he can live up to the high expectations that have been set for him. Let's get right into it. Like I said before, Trae Young is an absolutely lethal shooter. He's got unlimited range. He can shoot from anywhere in any type of way, catch and shoot, off the dribble, step back, you name it, he can do it. And so far this season, he's averaging 30 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and 9 assists per game. So he's leading the nation in assists and points, which is absolutely insane. It definitely reminds a lot of people of Steph Curry, and his shooting is the main reason that people are comparing him to Steph Curry. And I think the reason he has so many assists and the reason he's been such a great playmaker this season is because he draws so much attention from his scoring, and it allows him to find open teammates pretty easily because of all the attention on him. Now, despite Trae Young's great shooting ability and great playmaking ability as well, he does have his weaknesses like all basketball players do. His main concerns right now are turnovers, defense, and his size. And his size is probably the biggest contributor to why his defense is so bad. But so far on the season, he's averaging 5.3 turnovers per game, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, that's a ridiculous amount of turnovers. But his usage rating is also very high. He's averaging the highest assists and the highest points per game. But I guess he's not getting those assists in the most efficient way, considering that he's averaging more than 5 turnovers per game. But I think that this will come with experience. Keep in mind, he is only 19 years old. He's still only a freshman in college. I'm sure that as he becomes more disciplined and has more experience, he will gain more ball control and his turnovers will go down. He might always have not very good turnover numbers, but I'm sure he will improve it as time goes on. And his defense, there are other bad defensive players in the NBA, and I don't like when players are defensive liabilities, but I know many coaches would be willing to look past his defensive weaknesses because of how great he is on the offensive end. And like I said before, with his turnovers, he could improve them as time goes on and as he gains more experience. I think that he could also improve his defense as time goes on. I think that he will never be a Patrick Beverley type player because that's just not how he plays, but I think that he could definitely become a solid defender. Maybe not the greatest defender ever. Maybe they will always have to hide him on defense, but I think that the risk is worth it because of how great he is on the offensive end, and I think that the potential is definitely there for Trae Young. He already has NBA range, which we don't see a lot of college players having while they are still in college, so I think that he will be a great scorer as soon as he gets into the NBA, depending on the amount of minutes he gets, and I think depending on the team he gets put on, Trae Young could have an immediate impact just because of his great offensive abilities once he makes it to the NBA. I'm not sure if he'll ever become a Steph Curry because I don't think that he's as good of an inside finisher as Steph Curry. I'm not sure he's as good of a passer. Even though he does lead the nation in assists, he also has a ton of turnovers, so I'm not sure he's as good of a passer or an inside finisher as Steph Curry is, or a defender, but the shooting ability is definitely there, and I think that he will be great at the next level no matter what. Please leave your thoughts on Trae Young in the comment section down below. Also remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks.